Hello, everyone. This is Eric from Etiquette for here for a very special episode live stream. It's 250,000 subscribers, and I want to thank each and every one of you for clicking that subscribe button. Yeah, everyone, this is me saying thank you to everyone who watches the videos and posts comments and shares their experience. I really appreciate it. And I thought I'd do a live stream to say thank you. And that's what I'm here for today. I know it's a Saturday, so many of you are busy with your families or doing some work or just relaxing. I'm doing the same. I was very lazy today, but then I thought, you know what? At least I should say thank you to, everybody out there. If you're going to see this or not. I know not a lot of people watch the live streams, but I like to do them occasionally just to say hello. I've got some tea here, and I thought, let's do a live stream and talk about it. Yeah, we can talk about. Well, I can talk about, and if you've got any questions, put them in the comments down below. Tell me where you're from. So, where do I start? Can everyone hear me? Is everyone there? Kat, hi. We already started team training right now. Love your videos for teaching and class management. My dad's here. Thank you, with 250,000 subscribers from New York City. Wow, very cool, Kat. Yeah, it's great. Actually, I'm busy editing a video, and also I'm working on more material on advanced classroom management, which is going to be very interesting because I want to share things that I haven't seen before, or a more nuanced take on many of the things. So I'm going to enjoy doing that. So I'm very excited. How is the team training? I'm also starting classes this Monday, so I'm getting ready for that. Tomorrow I'll go lock myself in a study cafe because it's so difficult for me to work when I'm at home. So I usually go to a study cafe to go and work for probably 8 to 10 hours, I guess. So I'll do that tomorrow. And today I was just very lazy, very, very lazy. Hi, Dad. It's so nice. My dad is and Mom, they're visiting my younger brother and his young son. I guess he's a toddler now, or is he still a baby? Guess how old is he? 18 months. I think it's 18 months, right? So yeah, still a baby, but very cute. What else? Yeah, so I think I'll talk a bit about the channel, how it started, how I evolved, and how many things are still the same. But yeah, I've got lots of interesting content coming, especially when it comes to classroom management. I think that's very important to me. Classroom management and some more for ESL teachers, more how to teach certain grammar topics and things like that. Yeah. So let's quickly see. When did I first start? I think it was, if I remember correctly, my first video, was it on Valentine's Day that I released it? You might not believe me, but when I was growing up, I hated being on camera. I absolutely hated being on camera because I was very shy, and I'm sure there's almost no video of me when I was younger. But I always, for a long time, when I started teaching in Korea and when I was a teacher, I kind of thought, you know what? I wish somebody would make content for teachers about classroom management or sharing resources, things like that. And so many years ago, about 10 years ago, I thought, okay, well, let's try and let's make a blog. And I tried to make like a blog, but it just wasn't interesting. And my ex-girlfriend at the time, I would constantly just be saying, oh man, I should start a channel, things like that. And eventually we were going to go on a trip to Japan, and she said, well, Eric, I found this really good camera. They say it's good for YouTube. Let's buy it. It's a good price. So you can buy it at the you order it for duty free, and you pick it up at the airport when you're flying. So we stopped and went to Japan, got this camera, came back, and yeah, I had the camera. So it meant I had to make videos. And let me tell you, those first videos were really difficult to make because not only, it takes time to get comfortable to be in front of a camera, so those first couple of, I wonder if I can set it to oldest first. Let me see. Yeah, oldest. Okay. I've got my channel here. I think I'll share it with you guys. Oh, let's see. What do we have here? By John. Hi, everyone. Hi, John. Where are you from? Oh, my nephew's 20 months old. Same thing, 18. Advanced classroom management. Exciting. Do you encounter any difficulties, hard to deal with students? By the way, share the same camera phobia. Yeah, it's a real thing. But I mean, like anything, as you expose yourself, you get more used to it. I guess I'm still not where I'd like to be. I still struggle sometimes. It's different when you're teaching students than a skill for it. That's also a type of public speaking. But then when you have to, just chat to people about education, it's or different topics, it can be difficult, for me. From Kazakhstan. Wow, very cool. I'm very curious about Kazakhstan. Is Tashkent is in Kazakhstan? Let me quickly see. Tashkent. Yeah. Oh, it's Uzbekistan. I apologize. I'm sorry. I knew it was something like that because my fiance went there, or my wife. I think my wife, yes, already married. It's just we got married online, and we're getting married next month. So that's why I'm saying wife, fiance, but it's wife. 100%. Okay, so let me show you my videos, and I'll talk you through the experience of how it all went down, because I was very shy when I first started. Okay, present or invite, share a screen, and where is it? ATQ teachers. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I just opened this up. This is basically. Let me just click here. Thank you, Jean. Yeah, it's great. I'm very excited about doing that. I was just talking to Alina before I started the stream. I really miss her, and very excited to start. Okay, now actually, I've where is it? Okay, so actually, I've privated many videos. So I try to experiment and I try to learn new skills. And then some of the videos that I made back then, they might not be for the channel, so I've made them private. But it's still interesting for me to go through them. For example, there's one that I made. I was really into going to the gym, and I was having a good time eating while going to the gym. And I thought, oh, well, let's make a video of me going to the gym. And so I made this video of going, there was a tiny gym very close to my house. And I would go to the gym, and I made a video of me going to the gym. And then afterwards, I also took like a video of showing my upper body, my naked upper body. It's so cringe. It's so bad looking at it. Oh, well, the body was great, but it was so horrible seeing me putting that out there. At the time, I thought, yeah, Eric, just do it. And you can always look back on it. And actually, I'm very happy I've got it, because now, if I'm old, I can say, listen, kids, this is what I look like for a bit. So, so they know. Okay, so we're looking at this, and if you've got any questions, please put it in there, and we'll discuss it. So I made these videos from oldest to newest. Okay, now this was the very first one I made. This was why I started a YouTube channel, and this was 6 years ago. What date was it then? I think it might have been Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's quite cool. You can see I'm wearing. I love this jacket. It was such a great coat, very warm, and it's basically me walking on the street, walking two dogs. It was my ex-girlfriend's two dogs, Richie and Bora, and it's so cute. I'm so happy I've got this, because both of them passed away. But yeah, do you want to see? Let me show it to you. Maybe it's interesting. I'll just take the sound off. I don't want to be copy. Look at that. As a teacher, I always look for material on. It was very cold, so yeah, I think it might have been Valentine's Day. Where's Richie and Bora? I think I showed them a few times. So I'm very happy I've got it, because you can see them. Here we go. Richie and Bora. Bora.
Oh, you were
Sit
so
in the
nice
back.
and comfy in there. Richie, Chibigata. Okay, everyone. Have a good day.
Ah, look at him. Okay. Yeah, so Rich and Bora, and now I've always got that. Okay. And we've got what are your thoughts on TEFL certificates? Well, I think they are necessary for a lot of teachers just to learn something about teaching, especially if it's good ones. But if it's just for the certificate, so if you want to teach, a lot of people need certificates. So I think they can be useful, but I think they might be a little bit overrated, especially if you don't get, real practice. And that they try and teach you how to teach, but I think they can be better because I've done like 2 or 3 TEFL certificates, and I mean they're fine to learn a little bit more, but I feel like they could be improved upon by giving more activities and giving more resources for teachers to use, giving more specific examples in some cases. So yeah, that's kind of what I think. Where are we? Okay. Anyway, so there's Richard and Border. I'm so happy that I can see them. Now let's go back. Why are you like this? Exit full screen. Yes, thank you. Go back. Okay, here we go. No, oldest. Let's go back to videos, oldest. Okay, so why I started, and then I did my first one. Just look at this. I never smiled in here, and the lighting was bad. The editing was horrible. There were lots of breaks, and I had no idea. Here I am, once again. I really like this video. This one already almost 800,000 views. And that's when I started doing things like feedback. And I wore the same shirt so many times, ending class early. And this was one of my bigger breaks that came out. I mean, it's still popular, almost 1 million views. This one, I tried something new with trying to add some things, and I cut my hair short. This one is still okay. I did a lot of interviews, and here I just thought it's something. When I saw that there weren't any videos on it, I made that, so I left that. I went to summer camp, and I just made all these videos. I tried new things with the thumbnails. I traveled, I did some vlogs, and then Corona happened. So it was COVID, and we had to teach online. So I started making videos on teaching with maybe do a video on best TEFL courses. Yeah, I think I've done some sponsored videos for a TEFL course, I think, in the past. Yeah, but most of those, I would rather make a TEFL course on my own and put it out. And I can add my spin to it and I can give more information than trying to promote other courses, because most of these courses are just to make money. So I'd rather make my own TEFL course and share. Unless I get sponsored, then I'm fully behind that one. You can buy my you can buy my vote. Eric doesn't have any morals. Okay. So I made lots of videos on Zoom, PowerPoint games. Now, classroom mistakes, I think, was a good one. This is where the sound is still bad, but I like the video, and I started getting better at the lighting and things like that. But yeah, it's still. And then I did a series. This COVID one. I should actually private this one too. It's really bad. Then I started a series on teacher tips. Now you have to remember that most of the videos I made, everything was before AI. Our lives changed completely after AI. But before AI, I would spend weeks writing scripts, doing research. And I wrote these 100 tips. I did the research, I wrote it out, and then I shot these videos. I would just write down the tips, and then I would just make up things and explain why the tips are there. And I shot 100 videos. And 100 tips, and I separated it into smaller videos, and then I also combined them into a big video on 100 tips. So you'll see all of these. This is my first 10,000. Wow, 10,000 subscribers. Isn't that amazing? Look at all these people, all these teachers. So, wow. Yeah, I reached out to all the teachers to send me one. 10,000 subs. Only 500 views. That's so sad. Everyone made a video. Do you guys want to see it? Do you want to watch it together? I think I should. It's so fun. Yeah, why not? Let's watch that video. Let's enjoy it. Can you guys hear the sound? Dad, can you just check if you can hear the sound if I play it? I don't want to play the sound and it doesn't work. Not you. Where are you? 10,000 subscribers.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eric from Etiquette, and today I want to say thank you.
I did way more work on the 10,000 sub one than the 250,000 sub one. Yeah, this is at the school. I can see this is probably in spring. You can see the when is that? Yeah, 5 years ago. Wow. Okay. Full screen. Is that okay? Can everyone see? Dad, can you tell me if the sound works if I play? Sounds okay. Thank you.
Thanks to you, this channel has reached 10,000 subscribers. If you subscribe because of my teaching videos or because of my Zoom videos, I just want to say thank you so much. Also, to all those subscribers that come to the live stream every Sunday or comment, I really appreciate all the effort you put into this channel. To say thank you, I'm not going to give you any of my tips. Instead, I asked some friends and some other teachers to share their ideas and their tips for teaching. I haven't put the videos in any order, so you'll have to watch until the end. Let's watch that now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Hemphill. For those of you who don't know me, I'm also known as the Language Lady.
So, yeah, the Language Lady. Unfortunately, my Facebook and Instagram got hacked, and I was following her on Instagram. I haven't seen her since my page got hacked. I should look her up. I hope she's doing okay. Lovely lady, very smart. Always gives great advice. I think she stopped posting for a bit. I don't know if she restarted. I think, life just got busy, being a teacher.
And I want to thank Eric from Etiquette for allowing me to share an ESL teaching tip with all of you. First of all, Eric, congratulations on getting closer to 10K or having already achieved 10K subscribers. And to everyone who's watching, the biggest thing or tip that I would love to share with you today is when teaching anything to your students, I think it's really important to really solidify first, foremost, the most important thing is to establish a relationship with your students. Get to know what they don't like, what is their interest, their hobbies, what languages do they speak, what is it like at home, those type of things. Because when you invest,
she put a lot of effort into this video. She put in editing and sound effects, and more than I put in there. And yeah, she put in so much effort into this video. And then this was a teacher from South Africa, but he was making videos on fitness, I think. I haven't seen him in a long time too.
I'm Steph, and I'm a teacher from South Africa.
Yeah, Steph. I wonder how he's saying. And Saima! Wow, look at Saima. Oh, Saima, I miss you. Okay. Maya Gui. Maha Your Gui. I'm sorry if I'm not saying it. You are getting married soon. The best for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But look at Saima. Wow, Saima. Really miss her. She's been a friend of the channel for so long. Oh, Saima, if you're watching this, let me know what you're doing. Leave me a message.
I'm currently teaching at an elementary school as an English teacher, and my teacher tip is be an original, be yourself, and be a better teacher.
Saima, so cute. Let's see. Here's my mom. My mom also made one. Nice and chewy.
But it's okay.
So actually, before I came to Korea, it's more than 10 years ago, I gave my parents Chewy as a pet, and it was so funny. I gave them Chewy, and then whenever I would visit, he didn't like me at all. He was like, I remember I would get there and he would jump on me thinking I was one of my brothers, and then he's like, oh, it's Eric, and then he goes away. And then I was fortunate enough to see him the last couple of years. Was it last year? 2 years ago? I went, and before he passed away, I went and I saw him, and I went for walks with him. Here's my mom.
Eric asked me to say something about teaching. All I can say is I'm a mother of 4, and you have to have patience. Patience is number 1. And sometimes you have to use tough love. But anyhow, you watch out for your videos, Eric. And totsiens, annyeong, goodbye.
My mom and my dad, probably my biggest supporters. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Okay, and here
Hi, my name's Gemma Perry from Mooncake English. I want to congratulate.
Okay, Mooncake is actually, she started a channel and it was doing so well. I think it's still doing well. She made so many good videos, great editing, and then yeah, she just made so many good videos. But I think, yeah, life got busy because she stopped posting, but the videos were still getting a lot of views. And I think, yeah, out of all the teacher channels out there, especially for ESL teachers, hers was probably one of the best. I'm not sure if she continued posting. She might have done like here and there, but she was doing really well. The sad thing is, once she asked me to do a collaboration, and I said, sure, you know, because I really enjoy her channel. And I like looking at her, the quality of her videos, you know, I was very envious. I was like so impressed because the quality of my videos weren't that good. And so I said, sure. But then I went to shoot the video at another friend's, at the office, using someone else's equipment. And the quality of the video that I shot in for her wasn't really good. And then I sent it to her, and I wish I remade it so that it was better quality, because I sent it to her and it was so bad when I looked at it. But I was like, okay, no, I spoke on camera. I don't want to get back on camera to talk about it. And so, yeah, she made it. And that's it.
Congratulate Edicube for reaching 10,000 subscribers and thank him for sharing all his ideas and experiences with the ESL community. If I could offer one tip for ESL teachers right now, it would be to be patient with yourself. The ESL industry is going through lots of changes, and this means that teachers are having to learn new skills as they adapt to new challenges. And this is stressful, so make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Congratulations again for hitting 10,000 subscribers.
Olga, how are you doing? Привет, как дела? Что нового? Yeah, it's good to see you. Oh, I have to start practicing some Russian that I have to use with my father and mother-in-law and the people at the wedding, because yeah, I need to be able to say some things. I have to work on some toasts. What is it? Zanas, za, le bleu, le beau. Lebov, Zalabov, yeah. So I need to practice some toasts, and I still have to write my vows. Or, you know, I wrote some vows before, but I really want to make some better ones. Dela хорошо. Very good, nice. Что? Ты как? I'm doing okay. Yeah, I know how to do it. I was just using it with I always use it. Я тоже. Me too. Я тоже. See, it's good. I need to really practice.
If you haven't, make sure.
Well, what I really miss about this is I used to have, because I was live streaming and I was working with lots, I was in the community and I was busy. I was trying to connect with other YouTubers. It was so much fun. It was a lot of work, but it was so much fun trying to connect with other YouTubers all the time. So I would send them messages and chat to them, and it was really fun. And I think I might need to try and do that again, because right now it's very I feel very isolated. Thank you, Olga. I'm not so sure. Sometimes I feel a bit slow, but I will definitely try my best.
Abroad in Saudi Arabia teaching.
So yeah, he teaches in Saudi Arabia, I think.
In ESL, and I subscribe to your YouTube channel, and I was a guest on your weekly interview every Sunday, and I enjoyed it. So my teaching tip concerns the whiteboard. So we do a lot of writing on the whiteboard, and I would recommend to divide your whiteboard into 3 sections: review, scratch pad, vocabulary, and grammar. Now make sure that you write things on the board while your students are working so we don't waste time. And I would also recommend that teachers practice writing off on the side rather than their back facing the students. Finally, get your students up out of their chair into the whiteboard and do the work. That could be writing vocabulary, drawing pictures, writing answers, or so on. They are the stars of the classroom.
Very nice. Yeah, no, I think Murray is so right. You know, we should practice writing on the board. It's really an important skill for teachers. But let me say something, because I think I should be shamed a little bit. You know, I should, because so in my classes, it's very speaking based, and you know, I constantly question the students, and we do lots of activities. But it's important for them, especially when they are practicing. I give them examples. So I write examples on the board because, you know, especially for students, they can be very nervous about asking questions or answering. So I would write the question on, let's say I want them to ask their partner 3 questions. I would write the questions and some example answers on the board, or I would leave out some of the words, you know, and write it on the board. But my writing starts off horrible and gets increasingly worse. So I would write on the board, and I would just I would explain to the students, and I would say to them, and I would write, and it just becomes gibberish. But the funny thing is, the students understand. It's like, because they see the motion I'm making, but they're listening to me speaking, and I actually think, you know, I think it's a good thing, because the students don't just rely on reading, because they're not going to be able to read some of the things. But I do write on the board a lot, but it's just not very good writing, because I think it's very important for the students. You know, it can be overwhelming for them and scary. They don't want to make mistakes. So if they have like an example and they know what to ask, it gives them a lot of confidence to speak and to ask each other questions. It really helps them a lot, you know. So, and that's what we have to do. We have to build our students up. So yeah, no, I'm going to, I'll take a video of me writing, or just take a snapshot and I'll post it somewhere, and you guys can have a good laugh, or, you know, call my university and just say, get Eric some writing classes. I enjoy it though. Okay, now Migum. So Migum was a very studious teacher. She was studying to become a teacher. I'm not sure, because I lost my social media. I lost my Facebook and I lost my Instagram. It's such a shame. I don't know how Migum's doing, but yeah, she's somewhere in Korea. My poor Migum. Okay, wait, where is she? She was always like working so hard at everything.
Hi everyone, this is Megan. I'm a student teacher in Korea. From my teaching experience, I learned praising is so important. So I give praise to each student whenever they have questions. So no question is stupid in my class. Then they feel more free to talk, and I think they try out language more. So I hope this was a helpful tip for you, and bye.
So sweet of her, because a lot of teachers, you know, are actually a bit shy, or a lot of people are shy to get in front of the camera. I think these days, with us getting used to social media and taking photos and taking videos, everyone, you know, most people are used to at least appearing on camera. So it's getting better. Okay, here.
Hey guys, teacher Daniel here from.
Okay, this is Daniel. He taught in Korea, and then he moved to South Africa, where he continued teaching and things. But I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit. Mahima, she's an Indian teacher, but she can speak like 5 languages. Very interesting. Actually, guys, Martin has a channel, ELT Experiences, and he lived in England, but he moved back to Korea with his wife. And for the last 2 years, we said, okay, we're going to meet, but we never met. Now, 3 weeks from now, I'm going to drive to his city, and we're going to shoot some content together. So I'm very excited to see Martin there. Well, look at Martin. Oh, here we go.
Hi, Eric, and hi, everyone. This is a bit hard.
Elsa, so good to see you. Also, one of the long viewers, and she says, "Oh, she's very nervous, but
Not to care too much about our mistakes and take them as experience gained, and do not criticize yourself in order to gain confidence. And that's it. Trust in your abilities, and even making some mistakes, see them as experience. And
So yeah, Alpha told me afterwards she was so nervous shooting this, but I'm so proud of her. Really miss her. Okay, so this is Danny. I work with Danny, and he also has a channel, a channel for English learners. But I don't think he posts on there anymore. I haven't spoken to him about it, but I think he basically he stopped using the channel. There's my dad. Let's listen to my dad.
Teacher Eric. Yes, I'm Eric's dad, and he asked me to give a hint. Now, I've been teaching online now for a few thousand classes. Before that, I also taught in Korea. I'm actually a reporter by trade, but these days I write books, but I teach for a living. Okay, so what is my number one hit? My number one hit is never forget your props, especially for the younger students. Me and Monkey have done a lot of classes together. The older students don't appreciate toys like this, but even then, do you like cappuccino or espresso? So always be ready with something. I've got hundreds of props within reach, and especially if you know you're going to present a certain class, make sure you've got the right props. Okay, so in that case, you won't be crying, but you will be laughing. We must always
Very
have
cool.
fun. It must be fun for students. Always end a class on a happy note. That's another golden rule.
Very good advice from my dad. Guys, I'm going to play. Let's see. This is Rick, my very handsome friend. I hope to see him soon. He was also a professor here, but then he moved back to South Africa to start a business, but I might see him soon again. I'm going to play, but I'm just going to refill my cup. But I'm going to turn off my video for 10 seconds because I'm only in my boxes and I don't want you to see me in my boxes. Okay? Okay. I'm going to play Rick, very handsome guy. Look at him, listen, and I'll be back in 10 seconds with tea.
I focus on hotel management and business English. And today I would like to share a very, very important tip with you guys. And that is regarding your accent. Okay, now a lot of you learn English from watching movies and dramas and sitcoms, and that is not a problem. Okay, but sometimes some students try to imitate the movie stars and they try to sound exactly like those movies.
Okay, enough of you, Rick. Too handsome. Let's continue. Okay, now, wow, look at this.
Congratulations on your 10,000 subscribers. You deserve.
So Christina and I, we did our first collaboration together. We actually, we started working together. We did a course together on how to teach with Zoom. And we put the course out, so we collaborated on it. It was really interesting. So we worked together. She lives in Italy. She's married, a very nice teacher, very smart and talented, very talented, obsessed with Sims, I believe, but very talented, especially with graphics. Now, one of the things she did is she actually took our course and she made a book out of it. And she posted the book. And the book was doing really well, but she was so self-conscious that she pulled it off. She said, no, she doesn't want it to be out there. And I think that was a big mistake because, it was COVID. And she put out a book that teachers needed with lots of tips, and she put in pictures and everything. And I didn't push her hard enough because I wasn't sure of how good it would be. But I think we should learn from this and rather put out our products. Sometimes we want to be perfectionists, and it stops us from putting things out. And I'm not saying put out bad products, but the thing is, she could have made a lot of money with this book if she put it out back then. you know, it's one of those would have, should have, could have things. But in this case, it was a bit of a confidence issue in the product. And so I wish she put it out, you know, because initially it was driving sales, but you know, it can be difficult if you put yourself out in public because you can get criticized. So yeah, Christina, miss her too. Like I said, on my social media, I promised Alina I will try and get back my Facebook and my Instagram, but it's just I tried through Meta. It was difficult, but I will try again.
Deserve it because you're an amazing professional, and keep doing what you're doing because it matters. Now, here is my tip to you and everybody else out there. Once you become a more confident teacher, start leaving 10 to 15 minutes out of your lesson plan unplanned and dedicate those for improvisation, normal chat, or even questions from your students. What this has done for me is that it has made me a more mindful teacher, being aware of the situation in the classroom, and it has self-assured me that I can teach a lesson without a plan tomorrow if I had to. Best of.
Well, yeah, I think you've got to be confident. I always say I try and overplan, and many teachers, myself included, you know, if there's silence, you feel like you need to fill that gap. You need to fill it with an activity, or a lot of teachers make the mistake of filling it with themselves talking all the time. So yeah, I think it takes a lot of confidence, not just confidence. I would say it takes, you know, you have to be brave to be able to do that, and you should push yourself, like Christina said, to leave some time open just to take questions and maybe, you know, practice with the students. And, you know, once you do that the first time, you'll start relaxing. It reminds me of the first time I did a live stream. So in the past, when I first started out, I prepared for every live stream, probably the first 10 or 20 live streams. I would write out. So this would take, like I said, I didn't have, there was no ChatGPT. You didn't just put in a prompt. I would write down and I would research a topic and I would talk about the topic and I would bring out more facts and information. And it made me a better teacher and a better speaker because I had this to draw from. But then, you know, it was so stressful because I would go out on Saturdays and then Sundays I would do the live stream, and I would be so stressed about doing a live stream. And then one day, but many people would join and they would ask questions. These days, not a lot because I don't have Facebook and I need to live stream more often for the algorithm to pick it up. But in the past, I would have many people joining and they would ask questions. And so one day I just said, what is the worst that could happen? You know, will people get angry at me if I make a mistake or if I don't know what to say? So I just said, well, I'll just do a live stream. I'm not going to worry about it. And that changed my life when it comes with regards to YouTube, because I had such a good experience. I was just chatting and I was getting into it and I was fielding questions and I was talking about things I had on my mind. And it was really incredible. I really enjoyed it. And I think that's the same as this, where you can, you know, in your classes, you do the same. Let's see what Eric says at the end. Thank you.
I find it so interesting that teachers can have so many different ideas and tips when it comes to teaching. It just shows us how much we have to learn. Everyone, thank you so much for making these videos, and the audience, you, for watching this channel. I hope to make many more videos in the future to help teachers out there. I've got some great ideas lined up. If you have any questions or any suggestions, please put it in the comments. I'm Eric from Educute, and I'll see you next time.
Did I have more wrinkles before? Maybe it's just the camera picking it up, and this one has a beautifying filter. Thank you, Past Eric. Good job. You made my life much better. Aurelio, how are you doing? Good to see you. Let's take this off. Okay. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so like Past Eric said, I'm very grateful to all of you for watching the videos and your support. What will I do next? Well, I'm working on reshooting some of the older videos. I think this year I'm still making normal content where I give tips, or I'm going to especially I'm really, so I've got 3 months or 4 months, 5 months. Next year I'm moving to a new apartment, and then I want to create a really nice background where I can stand and I can do better videos. But for now, I'm going to have to use this setup that I've got here, just using my webcam. But I'm very excited to get back and build a more professional setup to make better videos and make it easier for me to make nice videos for you. But I'm also going to do more maybe reaction content, because unfortunately, or fortunately, reaction content garners a lot of views. It gets a lot of views, and but I have to be in the video reacting constantly. So I'm going to shoot a lot of videos like that, reacting to things and talking about it. And I can do it about news and what's happening in education too. But ideally, I don't really care about that, but it's for the views, you know. But like, it's for the gram. I had a friend who always said something about it's for the gram. But what I ideally want to do is I want to make these videos on grammar topics. I want to do more videos on classroom management. Yeah, I just want to cover everything. I want to make videos on everything. I'm also working on some things about, what was it? Maybe I'll make some more videos on phonics, because I've already made a course, but I haven't made specific videos on YouTube for it. And phonetics. Actually, I'm making some videos on phonetics, teaching phonetics and, you know, the basic sounds, because that's something that, you know, I struggled with too. So I'm going to make some videos on using phonetics in the class and you know, what the symbols mean and how to read them. I think that's kind of important. Classroom management, and yeah, just the tips. I'm also going to be working on, what am I also going to be working on? Something else. Classroom management, phonics. Yeah, the lesson planning. I'm also going to put it into a book. I'm working on a very interesting book. I started working on it before, and it's basically the mindset that you need as a teacher, and psychological tricks or things that you can do in the classroom to become a stronger leader in there. So I think that's good, because, you know, for a while I was thinking, oh, I really want to read a book. I want to listen to something that helps me improve, because, you know, sometimes you find some of these books that they just change the way that you see the world. And it's been a while since I read or listened to one of those books. You know, it's like the 6 pillars of something and psycho-cybernetics, you know, these kind of books that are all about mindset and different ways of viewing the world. So I really want to make this book, and I started with it, but I think once I finish some of these projects, some of the sponsorships I'm busy with, and you know, these lesson plans and the classroom management videos that I'm busy with, once I finish all of these, then I really want to get back to that book, because I'm going to make the book and I'm going to put it out. Obviously, I'll put it out for you guys, and I think it's going to be very interesting. I want to make it fun and interesting and teach new things and teach myself new things. So that's something I'm passionate about. And then, you know, I'll make videos about it. Really interested in phonetics. Me too. So I think I shot a video a while ago. I just need to. I'm going to give it to my dad to edit, but it's basically just going over the phonetic sounds. And then I also want to, I think I said something about how to use them in the classroom too. I don't remember. I shot it before I went on vacation a couple of months ago. So yeah, I'll just send that to my dad to get it edited. He knows about it. It's coming his way. Yeah, no, guys, I just want to say thank you once again for joining me. Yeah, I know sometimes my content can be hit or miss. A lot of people just, you know, it's 250,000 subscribers. It sounds like a lot, and it's a lot. And I'm very grateful to each person, or you know, or robots that click the subscribe button. But honestly, my content, it's not something people come back for. There are some of you that are very special that watch every video, and I'm really grateful for that. But most people just, they've got a problem, they search for it, they find one of my videos, they're like, yeah, it's kind of interesting, let's subscribe, and then they never come back to the channel again to watch more videos. So I've got more subscribers than I think like regular viewers, if you understand what I mean. So for those of you that come to the live streams and watch all these videos, and everybody else who clicks subscribe, or just even if they didn't press subscribe, even if they just watched a few seconds and skipped the video, at least they clicked on it or they saw me. Oh yeah, did I tell you guys the story? So in Korea, I've because, you know, there are teachers here, I've been recognized in Korea by teachers, especially South African teachers, because I used to be on Facebook and I chatted to many South African teachers on a group we shared there. Now I'm not on Facebook anymore, so they don't know me. But for the first time, I was recognized out in public while on vacation. So let me tell you this. Boutique, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, my reading is so bad. Level. Okay, good to see you. How are you doing? Okay, let me tell you the story. So Alina and I, last week, wow, yeah, last week, 2 weeks ago, last week, I was in Vietnam with Alina, and so we were walking on the beach. We were going to swim. I'm like, yeah, finally, we didn't go for a swim in the morning, so we're going for an afternoon. So going to the beach. We left the scooter and we stayed quite close to the beach in Vietnam, in Da Nang. We crossed the streets and we were walking on the beach, and we stopped to take a photo, and then we continued walking. But Alina hit her little toe against my leg, and she was in pain. She started... No, she wasn't screaming, but she was in a lot of pain. And at first I thought, well, you know, you barely kicked my leg, you know, by accident. It couldn't be that bad. Maybe it just bent a little bit. But then she was in real pain, and I knew, wow, you know, there's something wrong. And so I said, Alina, we looked at it, and she said she heard a pop or something. So we knew there was a big problem. And she already broke another toe a couple of months ago. We got her on calcium after that. But anyway, so I ran back to the apartment, and I got the scooter that we rented for the week, drove back to the beach, and I'm very concerned about Alina. I want to get her. It was on the weekend, so you know, I want to take it to the ER. I wanted to take her to the hospital to see a doctor. So I was like, took the scooter to the beach, and I was walking back to her. I could see her over there sitting down, but on the way there was this lady and a man, and the lady was looking at me like she knew me. I'm like, and I looked at her and I'm like, I don't think I know who you are. And she's like, she stops in front of me, her boyfriend or husband, I think maybe just boyfriend, I'm not sure, or husband. She says, are you Eric? Are you Eric? And I was like, yeah, do I know you? And she's like, yeah, I've been watching your videos. I said, oh, are you a teacher? So I'm looking at Alina over there, and she's chatting with me, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm from here, and I've been watching your videos. Sometimes I join the live streams. And I was so surprised. And she says, can we take a photo together? So imagine I'm there. I was ready to go to the beach. I look horrible. I'm worried about Alina. But I'm like, yeah, okay. Alina's there. I'll just take a quick photo and I'll go. And we take a photo, first one of us together, the three of us together. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you. So that's the first time I was recognized in public. And I walk over to Alina and I'm like, Alina, I was just recognized. She's like, really? And then we got on the bike and we drove to ER and we scanned Alina's foot, did an x-ray, took an x-ray, and yeah, she broke her pinky toe. She's still recovering. Poor Alina. So where are we? My dad says, thanks for all the viewers, and don't worry, it's natural. Such a funny story. Alina, my poor Alina. Alinushka. I learned recently about all the nice ways. If you're Russian, you've got like 20 ways to say someone's name, and she always uses the cutest nicknames for me, and I want to do the same back. So I've got to learn some of these cute ways to say it, like Alinka, Alinushka. I think there are a few. I saw this one that they suggested was like Alinka Malinka. I don't know if that's any good. Olga, really? Well, becoming popular. Yeah, I think, well, it's just the first time, celebrity. I'm not so sure about that. I'm kind of awkward, I guess, when I'm not awkward in public, but I'm more comfortable going out. Last night I went out with my friend Josh, and it's really fun. But guys, yeah, I went out with Josh. He's 30 now, and we had a couple of drinks, and then came back home. But oh yeah, no, I should stay away, and I shouldn't go out anymore. What does Alina call you? That's a secret. I don't think I can say. Yeah, no, I'm going to keep that one secret. That's personal. Well, no, I like to keep it for myself. But we'll go and visit South Africa in end of the year for Christmas. And I can already see when Alina talks to me and she accidentally calls me one of the nicknames. It'll be so cute. Especially the one she calls me. It sounds a little bit funny in Afrikaans. Okay, I always recommend my students to you. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you, Aurelia. That's so nice of you. Yeah, I'd like to make more videos out. Actually, guys, one of the things I was thinking about is, do you know there's a very old comedy shot in the 1980s, I think, or 1970s, called Mind Your Language. It's about a teacher in England that teaches like lots of students from different countries, from different nationalities, and their struggles. It's so funny. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm kind of considering watching it on this smaller channel on a live stream, just sitting and watching it. So if you're curious, I think I might do that in the future, and I'll share it. And yeah, just watch it together, give some commentary, because it's really funny. Great writing, and it's interesting as a teacher seeing another teacher and talking about the cultural differences. And so I'm thinking about doing something like that on the smaller channel, not on the main channel, but on there. It's really good. So I might do that. But yeah, guys, from my side, I want to say thank you very much. I'll do my best to continue and make good content for you, and and just try and help as much as I can, because I think you're worth it, and it's important for teachers. Because when I started out, I didn't have anyone to look to or to talk with about it. So I hope I can share some good ideas. Yeah, everyone. Which channel? I'll quickly share it. It's called the Best English Learning Channel. I think that's what it's called. Let me quickly find it, and I'll share it with you. The Best English Learning Channel. I don't. So I made a lot of videos for it in the past, but I just didn't have enough time. Oh, I can't even see it. So many other channels here. Where is it? So even if you search for it, it's really, you can't really see it. Let's see. Let's go to filters. We'll make a channel. Here we go. Found it. It's almost got 4,000 subscribers, but yeah, it's not. It doesn't get any views. So I thought, instead of putting like pressure on the main channel, I just put it in there, the Best English Learning Channel. You can check it out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can see it here. I just put it in here, the Best English Learning Channel. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Have an amazing Saturday afternoon or evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.